Our political insiders, Tony May, Charlie Giroux, join us here in the studio. Guys, as always, welcome.
Good to be here.
Good to be
Let's
here.
talk about the state budget and the one we don't have, actually,
Right.
and where it's going. There was some talk earlier in the week of a possible override, Charlie, of the veto.
Speaker Mike Turzai was at the Press Club Monday, raised the specter of a possible veto override. Would be very interesting if he actually tried that. I can't recall a override of a gubernatorial veto of a budget because I'm not sure one has ever happened, but even going back in history, overrides of gubernatorial vetoes are very rare. I think one occurred while Tony was there with Governor Casey, one occurred with Governor Rendell, but they're very rare. But it does point up the fact that Speaker Turzai believes, and I think correctly, that there are a significant number of Democrats who are not happy with Tom Wolf's tax and spend plan.
Pennsylvania's legislature has been around for 300 years, older than the United States of America. It's gotten along on the basis of collegiality. It would be really disastrous to override the governor's veto. It would create a lot of bad blood that will haunt the General Assembly and the governor through the next several years. And I don't think he really wants to do that. I mean, I don't think Mike Turzai really wants to do a veto override.
Is that the way to go at this point?
It may get to that. I mean, the governor has shot down 3 legislative proposals passed to him in due course. He himself said that it's not sufficient to simply say no. He has said no 3 times. It's now up to the governor to tell us what he will do to get us to yes. But he has been intransigent, has dug his heels in on raising people's taxes. And I can tell you this, these legislators that are now back at home are not hearing from their neighbors and constituents, gee, I'd really like you to go back to Harrisburg and vote to raise my taxes.
Tell you who we are hearing from, and that's the GOP presidential candidates, whether good or bad or indifferent. We have a bite here from Mike Huckabee.
He would take the Israelis and basically march them to the door of the oven.
Too far, Tony?
Oh, about 6 blocks too far. I mean, that's just really outrageous. It's over the top, and it's a sign of what's happening when you have so many candidates on the Republican side running for governor. Some good men, and a good woman, as Charlie would say, but they're just trying to outdo each other and seeing how low they can stoop. And it's an awful thing to happen.
Huckabee's remark there was about the Iran deal and
Right.
genocide. Are they kind of following in the footsteps of Donald Trump? Because he has said the remarks about immigration, then he said the remarks about John McCain, and that has seemed to not affect his numbers. Actually, they've gone up.
John, the problem for Donald Trump is that he's reached the ceiling already with outrageous comments. He's gotten the attention that he wanted to get, and he's seen a short-term uptick in his numbers. But you've also seen staggering increases in his negatives. In other words, there are no more votes for Donald Trump to get. He's reached his high watermark. Let me just say this about Mike Huckabee. He may not have chosen the best words, but the message there is important, and that is that Iran has pledged the destruction of Israel. So his point is not as far off base as Tony might suggest. The language was probably not what anybody would have preferred.
He did come out and defend it afterwards.
He did.
So, all right, guys, thanks.
We're out of time.
We're out of time.
It goes so fast. You can catch our political insiders every Tuesday on CBS 21 News at 5:30.
And Sunday mornings at 11:30 for CBS 21's Face the State, right after CBS's Face the Nation.